All right. And we are live now.
You're live now?
Michael Poulin.
Is it 9 o'clock? Are you starting early?
I'm going to start a few minutes early. You know why?
Why?
Because I got my hands in the air like I just don't care.
Oh, really?
And we have so much to talk about.
We do.
So much to get to. First off, I want to say good morning to you. You've got the Aired Out Podcast live from the ASB Financial Studios and Fly on the Wall Productions, Main Street, Barrie. School Street between Main Street and St. Paul Street in Montpelier this morning is going to be closed while crews repair a water main break. All right, so we're just getting word of that. So if you're running around anywhere in that area, be advised, avoid the area if you can. And if you know someone who's going to be running the kids around this morning or in that area, tell them to stay the hell away because the street's going to stay closed until the leak has been repaired. And God knows how long that's going to take, Michael.
I don't know, but speaking of leaks, you have that problem, don't you?
The what now?
Well, I mean, the fact that you're older, you get leaky, right?
There's, and I was talking with Rusty about this the other day.
When's the last time you had a prostate exam?
Oh, my God, you're making me nervous, buddy. You're scaring me this morning. Actually, not that long ago. And it was one of those exams where I didn't know I was going to have the prostate exam. I was just in there, the urologist or whatever the hell it is. And, how are you doing? Yeah, well, okay. Well, and I didn't know what was coming. And
well, when he told you to turn around.
No, it was before
over.
that. It was before that. I saw he reached for the box of rubber gloves and I went, uh-oh, okay, here we go. But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. This is true.
And see, I could ask you the same question.
I haven't had a prostate
no, I'm not gonna
exam.
ask.
I have not had a colonoscopy or a prostate exam.
I had my colonoscopy not too long ago, and it was nothing. It was nothing. I thought that it was like this big deal, and it was nothing. Yeah, it was nothing.
You know who Bill
Engvall. Yes.
You know who he is?
Oh, yes.
Love his bit on prostate exams. Or not prostate well, yeah, prostate exams too, I'm sure. But the colonoscopy where he's like, and he's walking around.
Oh, my
That's what he's.
I have not. I'm going to Google that.
You absolutely should Google it.
Will.
It is absolutely hilarious.
I'm not sure how we got started on the prostate this morning, Michael Poulin. But
well, we were talking about leaky. And
yes.
we went from leaky to you being old and you having leaking issues.
We went from a water main break to my prostate in like 3 seconds.
We did. There's some, connection.
My God.
Connection.
Oh, man. It is. What do you think the current temperature in the building is right
Hot
now?
as hell?
I mean, can you see Can you see the glimmer?
I can. It's
Can you see
like
the sweat
I said,
on my
you're
shirt?
leaky.
Look at that.
It's hot, man. It's hot.
I can't even imagine.
It's cooler in here than it is out there.
I know, and I can't even imagine what the temperature is in here right now.
It's so hot that when I drink the cold water that you have out there,
yes, what happens?
It's not really cold.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's all about. I was actually kind of disappointed.
I feel
like you should fix that.
I'm showing right now 75, cloudy skies, Main Street, Barrie. The humidity is 101%?
75.
It's got to be warmer than 75.
77.
All right. Again, hold on. School Street between Main Street and St. Paul Street. Just checking here in Montpelier. Yes, it is going to be closed for the whole day today. Just getting confirmation of that. Go ahead, Michael. Just confirming.
It's like nasty hot.
Yeah, it is.
And I think it's probably because of the fact that it's humid, really, really humid.
Yeah.
Like
stupid humid.
Terrible humid. One of the worst things. I mean, everybody's like, oh, you go down to Arizona and it's all dry heat. First of all, the whole crap about dry heat isn't really true. Because if you can fry an egg on the pavement, it's still too hot.
That's hot.
But I would say that 77 in dry heat,
yes,
absolutely different than what it is right now.
It's going to be mostly cloudy in Vermont today. We have a stray shower or thunderstorm possible at about 16%. So I don't know if you want to say that's possible or not. I'm saying that's less likely. And then tonight, mostly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, down about 59. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, just a slight chance, Michael, of a rain shower, 76. So we should get the farmers market in just fine here in the Granite City tomorrow. So there you go.
What about Thursday and Saturday? Those are the days that make a difference.
Thursday, Thunder Road, yes, very important. Looks pretty good at this point.
Hey, look, it's 9:00, which means Aired Out should be on.
Oh, yeah. You've been catching that show?
Nah, I just turn it on and then turn it off.
Linda's saying Kellogg Hubbard Library is also closed because of the water main break. So, and Tammy's saying she loves the fact you're on a roll this morning, old bud.
Hey, Tammy's a faithful viewer on the Barry Beat podcast.
So you're wearing your Barry Beat hat.
Of course I am.
I'm wearing the Aired Out hat. We are brothers of microphones.
Yes, this is true, and I do watch your show. I don't just turn it on and turn it off.
And I watch yours too. And
really, I don't ever see you on there.
It's more of a listen.
It's more of a listen.
It's more of a listen while I'm cleaning up dishes at night.
Were you watching last night?
I was not watching last night. Who was on last night?
It was Dexter Lefevre.
Okay.
He's running as a write-in candidate for Washington County Senate. So I'm actually here in between because right now I'm poll worker.
Yes.
I'm working the polls.
Yes, you are. Right here in Barrie.
That was a double entendre. That was terrible.
I'll give you the bell.
Yeah. So anyway, the polls are from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. up at the BOR.
Yep.
Drive through, so you just go pop, with the air conditioning on, but you're supposed to turn off your heater or turn off your car when you go into the building. So, but that cold air is still sticking in there afterwards.
All right.
So that's pretty cool. So you get drive through
vote.
Yeah, drive through vote. So that's in Barrie City. Barrie Town, it's up at the school, I believe, the Barrie Town School from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
All right.
So I'm going to ask folks that if you're out there, just confirm that information. You don't have to confirm the Barrie City one because that's obvious.
Yeah. We got some, and you know very well, and I think most people do, that I generally really don't talk about politics much.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, but I mean today's the primaries, so we have to talk about it a little bit. I think there's an exception to my rule that I mean, come on, today's the primaries. This is important.
Do you want my pick?
Yeah, of course I want your pick. Tease it though. Tease it. Don't drop the pick right now.
Okay.
First, can I just say, your podcast, Barry Beat, very. Usually very professional. Mine can be a little loosey-goosey at times. So I'm saying...
Well, we did talk about colonoscopies and prostate exams.
That's true, but now you're on my show, so that's why we talk about that. I'm saying, frankly, that if you haven't gone out and voted yet by ballot, or if you're not planning on voting, you're an asshat.
Well, you're going to vote today.
It's
you're going to vote today. Today is obviously your last day to vote. So you're not an asshat just because you haven't voted yet. You are just deciding to vote in person, and some people
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying people who don't vote, who don't exercise. I think that's your due diligence. Listen, and I said this yesterday. It's your right, and I think that's wonderful. But it's a great privilege to be able to have the freedom. I mean, this is what soldiers have fought for in our country, to have the freedom to go and vote. I mean, there's so many countries where they don't give a shit what you think. They just tell you how it is.
Tamfer is saying, do I have to have special clothes? And no, actually, I don't. I mean, they want you to, have some clothes on. I mean, we certainly don't want me walking around in a bikini.
No.
That's not really appropriate.
And I've seen it. It's not
pretty. It's not pretty.
Yes.
It's actually very disturbing. Do you want to see pictures?
No, please.
Here,
I
take a look.
have.
You see the
No,
pictures?
please don't.
Look.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Please don't. I won't be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah, no.
But we have some
But-
we have some key races, and
We do.
This is the state's first open congressional seat in a long time.
Yep.
16 years.
Well, I mean, definition of open, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
You know, has it been 16 years?
16 years. Yeah. Three-way race for the Democratic nomination. We have Lieutenant Governor Molly Gray, State Senate President Becca Ballot.
What are you looking at there, buddy?
So don't look at my cheat sheet. We have South Burlington Dr. Louis Myers. Congressman Peter Welch is running for the U.S. Senate. Faces a challenge from Isaac Evans France from Brattleboro, and Dr. Nikki Thran from Warren. See?
So I'm just going to tell you, see, if you go to berrycity.org,
Kiss my ass.
okay, and you click on election information, do you see election information? I don't know. Can you see that? Is it blurry?
Oh, yeah.
Election information. So you click right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the bottom, you have to scroll down because you're going to go to election information again, right? You see that?
Yeah.
And you click on that and primary elections. And then at the bottom, it says, click here. Oh, wait. Whoops. Click here for Democrat, Progressive, and Republican.
Yes, right.
So if you click on the Democrat one and open it up in a PDF, guess what? You get to see everybody that's there.
Right.
So for the Democratic ticket, you've got Isaac Evan Franz, Nikki Tran, Peter Welch.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. For the representative, you got Becca Balint, Sanae Chase Clifford, Molly Gray, Louis Myers. For governor, Brenda Siegel. Then for lieutenant governor, I'm sorry, can you not? I'm not talking into the mic.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We
There
got
you
you.
go. We got Charlie Kimball, Patricia Preston, Kitty Toll, David Zuckerman, and then for state treasurer, only one option. So Michael Piquet. For Secretary of State, Sarah Copeland Hanzas, John Odom, and Chris Winters. Auditor of accounts, only Doug is the option. You've got Attorney General. This is one we've had. We got Charity Clark, and we've got Rory Tebow.
Yep.
Which Rory Tebow was on the Barry Beat. He was on last Monday.
Yep.
If you haven't voted already and you want to spend like an hour getting to know who Rory is, you could go to the Barry Beat podcast fan page, which is facebook.com/Barry Beat podcast, and look up Rory Tebow's video, and you can watch that.
It's a great interview.
Yeah. And for state senator on the Democratic ticket, we got Ann Cummings, who's an incumbent, and she's been there for 20 plus years. Jared Duvall, Jeremy Hansen, Andrew Perchlik, and Ann Watson. I had Ann Cummings on and Andrew Perchlik. They were both on there on the Barry Beat. And you can go to facebook.com/Barry Beat podcast. Make sure you drop a like.
Yep.
And watch those videos as well. And then we also have for state representative, it's 2 votes. It's Peter Anthony and Jonathan Williams. Jonathan Williams has been on, and you can also go to facebook.com/Barry Beat podcast.
Tammy's saying Rory's interview made me vote for him.
Yeah. See, there you go. Excellent.
You know.
And then there's the progressive ticket, and nobody really cares about that.
Really?
No, I don't really. Nobody ever takes
Did you
those.
really just say that?
Nobody cares about the Democratic.
We'll go back
ticket,
and edit it
progressive
out.
tickets. You're not going to edit that out. No offense. Listen, if you're picking up a progressive ticket, just there's no options to. There's like 5 people that are running,
Right.
and they're not opposed. So if you want to, let me tell you, the biggest bang for the buck, if you're not going to go, if you don't live in Barry City, the biggest bang for the buck is going to be the Democratic ticket, right?
Okay.
Because those are the ones that have the most activity going on. There's some activity on the Republican, but not that much.
All right.
And speaking of the Republican, oh, look at that. You didn't expect this. Everybody's like, okay, this is boring. We got Mike Bishop saying Bridget Grace, state's attorney.
Yes.
She was on the Barry Beat as well. Facebook.com/Barry Beat.
Mike, we didn't forget about Bridget.
Absolutely.
No.
Was she not on there? Did I not?
You didn't
How
mention
did I
her.
listen?
No, I was about to.
You know what? I think there was a second page.
Mike probably doesn't believe me.
Oh, yes, there was a second page. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike.
Well, you know.
That was terrible. I would have gotten back to it because I have made some comments.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, you can.
Bridget Grace is going to win. That's just it.
I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to lie either. She's going to win.
If I were picking up a Democratic ticket, and I'm not telling you, well, I will tell you. Obviously, I'm going to pick up the Republican ticket for certain reasons. I'm a big supporter of Michael Deering.
I am too.
Yeah, and I'll be picking up the Republican ticket, and I was going down, and I was planning on writing her name in, but I noticed that I think it was the Republican ticket had a page on there.
Yeah.
So no matter how many times I write somebody in, I only write one time.
Right.
No matter how many times you write it in, unfortunately, he's going to get that because there's no way that you're going to get more than the easy bubble checker. So sad. But you should.
Can we just say for a second that Michael Deering has already kicked so much ass. He really has. He's run a fantastic campaign.
Yeah, and he was on the Barry Beat He was on Barry Beat as well. Facebook.com/Barry Beat.
He's running against Brian Judd and Tom Kelly, right?
Yep. I saw Tom Kelly and Brian Judd this morning as well. They came up to the polls right off. Brian Judd drove in, and Tom Kelly walked in and did their voting and left, and
yeah.
And I think Michael's up there too. I saw a picture. He had sent me a picture of him at the polls, so he's up there.
Yeah,
probably with his 7,000 children.
Yeah, I know he does. He's got
4 kids.
What, 4?
4 kids.
Oh,
4 kids.
Oh,
4 kids. Wonderful family, by the way.
Yeah.
So let me tell you
ahead.
The Republican ticket.
All right.
But let me finish up the Democrat ticket because thank you, Mike, for pointing that out, and I'm really sorry. So yeah, we've got assistant judge. Well, there's probate judge Jeffrey Kilgore, but there's nobody's running against him. The assistant judge you can vote for at least 2. Not more than 2. Elizabeth Batty, Lee Jones, Brett Meyer, and Tess Taylor.
Yep.
And we had Brett Meyer on the Barry Beat.
Yes.
Hey, Josh, I'm not going to pick up the phone.
Brett was on aired out a couple of times. So, I mean, we were talking about drinking and driving and police in Vermont, policing in Vermont, which was a great podcast.
You shouldn't drink and drive.
No,
it's not good.
Yeah, well, we talked.
I'm
about
a teetotaler. I don't think anybody should drink. So
right. Who else?
Mark Poulin.
Oh, Mark Poulin, yes.
So
and Mark's been on both of our shows.
Yep.
These guys have had, a lot of these folks have had a whole hell of a lot of microphone time
They
here.
sure have. They should start paying me.
Seriously, think about how much time so many of these candidates have spent in here in front of a microphone. I mean, it's fantastic. It makes me feel great, doesn't it?
I want more. I would have loved to have the competition come in to get the questions, but let me tell you, I was really impressed with Rory coming in.
Yeah,
he's running a state race,
right?
And Bridget Grace, for her coming in, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate Brett Meyer. They reached out to me, Brett did, and so I didn't really go for the assistant judge. I didn't reach out to people asking because one, I don't really know anything about the assistant judge position, but
Okay.
it was an educational thing. And I don't know if I reached out to Bridget or she reached out to me. I wouldn't be surprised if she reached out to me. Fantastic.
Right.
I really enjoyed that conversation.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and then Mark Poulin, who reached out to me earlier this year. And then your high bailiff is Sean McManus.
Yes.
So that's the Democratic ticket. The Republican ticket is... People are dropping off talking about this, huh?
No, I don't know.
If you guys got questions, you can always answer.
Well, I mean, Tammy wants to know. She says she got a mail-in ballot and never got to mail it. Can she drop it off at the polls?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay.
So what you're going to want to do is you can either just go up there and then fill it up out there and deposit it into the ballot thing, the tabulator, or you could package it up and just drop it in the box up there.
All right.
You're up there. You might as well just put it in the tabulator because everybody loves the feeling of putting it into the tabulator.
Yeah. Yes.
For U.S. Senator on Republican ticket, Gerald Malley, Meyer Mermel, Christina Nolan, who was here at the Heritage Festival.
Yes.
And I had a really good conversation with her and may even get her on the Barry Beat podcast.
Wonderful.
Liam, this is for Representative State of Congress. We've got the options of Liam Madden, Erica Reddick, Enya Taino. For Governor, Stephen Bellows, Peter Duvall, Phil Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna deny. I'm a big Phil Scott fan.
Okay.
Joe Benning is for Lieutenant Governor Joe Benning and Gregory Thayer. And then State Treasurer, Secretary of State, Auditor of Accounts, Attorney General, and those positions all got Brooke Page in them. So let me explain the reason why they do that, because there's some like, why is Brooke Page on like 5 different spots? Well, the reason why is because if you put your name in there but you don't take it, the Republican Party as a party has the ability to appoint somebody to that position for the general election.
Okay.
So Brooke Page gets all this, and he does that so that I can't write in Bridget Grace, which was what I was going to do, or Rory Tebow for those positions, because I think that those should be nonpartisan positions. But so that's the reason why he does that. For Senator, we've got Paul Bean, who was on the Barry Beat podcast, and Dwayne Tucker.
Really enjoyed listening to Paul. And meeting him at the and getting a chance to chat with him a little bit more at the Heritage Festival.
Did you get a bean?
I did get a bean.
Yeah,
I did.
He was passing out beans. You know who made that suggestion to him?
You.
No.
Who?
Our one and only Alice Farrell, who
really
sits with us on Barry Beat.
Alice kicks ass too.
I know.
She's great.
She is amazing. She absolutely is amazing. I love her. And then, of course, you've got Dexter LaFavor, who is doing a writing campaign. So,
and you mentioned Dwayne Tucker too.
And Dwayne Tucker,
Yes.
And Dwayne Tucker's reached out to me, and he's going to come on the Barry Beat as well.
Wonderful. When?
That I'm not sure.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm picking up the Republican ticket is for state representative.
Okay.
So we've got state representative, vote for not more than 2.
Yeah.
And your options are Michael Deering, Brian Judd, and Tom Kelly.
Okay.
I won't make my comments that I really want to make.
Why?
But I will say that I'm absolutely supporting Michael Deering. I'll just say I absolutely support Michael Deering. Yeah, I know.
Make your comments.
I'm not going to make my comment because it's not very nice. I've had some rough times, but I will say, Michael Deering is a great guy. He's done a fantastic job running his campaign. And
well, what were you going to make the comment about?
No, I'm not going to make my comment about that. I'll just say, you know what? Make your decisions on who to vote for. I shouldn't be really giving people suggestions.
No.
Probably not.
No. But the suggestion to vote,
Yes.
no matter who you vote for.
I was told that if I don't know if it's true. No, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We'll see. Did I mention this is not warm? This is not cold.
Anytime somebody comes on the air and says, I'm not sure if this is true, but
I know. I stopped. That's the reason why I stopped. I was good.
It's all about when to tap the brakes.
Yep, absolutely.
I want to give a shout out to Heather Slayton and the rest of her entire team over at Washington County Mental Health. These people over there embrace so many Vermonters who are living in our community and suffering from mental illness every day. They engage in person-centered care, and I don't know what the hell we do without them, honestly. Washington County Mental Health. You can discover a full list of career opportunities at WCMHS. And if you're like, wait, slow that down. It's just Washington County Mental Health Services.org/careers. And, of course, you can find them on Facebook, too. We love having them as a presenting sponsor of the Air It Out podcast. So just want to mention that. Heather, by the way, is apparently in Facebook jail for the first time in her life for telling someone with a poisonous bug in their house to burn it and kill it. And the Facebook police were listening to her, suggesting that she should burn and kill this perfectly innocent creature that's living in shared living space in someone's home. I mean, the housing is difficult right now, Michael. I mean, if you're a bug, you've got to live somewhere, buddy. Come on.
How dare you? How dare you?
Oh, my God.
I got the message from Heather saying that she was in Facebook jail, and I read it, and I was like, I'm not going to put that on air.
Yeah,
that's not very nice.
So
but,
she can't hear us right now. Then she can't.
Oh, she can hear us. You can. Actually, Heather, if you wanted to, you could go to
she can hear us.
YouTube and watch it there, because JD does do live streaming to YouTube now, and they don't ban you on YouTube as easily as they do on Facebook.
Yes, forgot about that.
So people that are watching, you can watch the Aired Out podcast. On Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/aired out. Is that correct?
Yes.
Look at that.
You're
and
amazing.
Then YouTube as well. You do have to search for Aired Out on YouTube, and then you can watch that.
You just punch in Aired Out and bang, it's right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about this actor Ezra Miller? Have you heard about this?
Okay, so how hard up are you as an actor who just to burglarize?
Ezra,
you're an asshole. I mean, I don't know what to say. You know what? Guess what? I like the Flash from the WB version.
Yeah.
He was far better. And obviously a better person.
I don't even know who this dude is. I mean,
he's the Flash. Didn't you watch?
No.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You didn't watch the what cut? What's his cut? Somebody help me out in the comments. What's the cut for the DC? Oh man, people help me out! Come on now.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
They know what I'm talking about. It was the DC Marvel, not DC Marvel comic. It was the DC version of Avengers. Basically, it had Batman, it had Superman. It was like the Xander cut or something like that, and it was like 8 hours long. I watched it on HBO. It was worth it. I'm a big fan of DC comics. In case those don't know, I like Batman and I like Superman because I like the original Superman, that one where he was like a deadbeat dad. I didn't really particularly like that very much. That was a little disappointing. Superman's not a deadbeat dad, and whoever designed him as a deadbeat dad is a deadbeat. That's all you're going to get is a rub on the face.
I guess he broke into this house in Bennington County.
Yes, we're
back in May, and a homeowner in the town of Stamford reported that someone had broken in while no one was home, stolen a bottle of liquor, or several bottles of liquor. They looked at the surveillance video, and Ezra Miller ID'd as a suspect, arrested Sunday night.
He wasn't going fast enough.
My God. Felony burglary of an unoccupied dwelling. He'll be in court September 26th.
Well, once again, I wasn't all that big of a fan of him as the Flash. I really do think that the WB, I think it was WB, version was far better. That one was just. Bleh.
Wow, we're just getting a ton of stuff here
we?
that's coming in. Yeah,
comments. How many viewers you got? What does it say for viewers? Because from over here it looks like 4.
I've got
what does it
traffic
say?
alert. Hold on, traffic alert.
Oh, you're not talking. About
so tomorrow, at 7 a.m. There's going to be a Route 110 in Washington between the intersections of Williamstown Road and Poor Farm Road. It's going to be closed for a minimum of 12 hours. That was the culvert that gave way. So they've got to do emergency repair there. I'm just seeing this. This is just flashing across my screen right now. And again, if you're just joining us, the crews in Montpelier are repairing a water main break. Be advised, School Street between Main Street and St. Paul Street in Montpelier are going to be closed today while they do that. At least today. Maybe longer. My God, Michael.
Yeah.
There's just a
lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Let's see. National headlines. Trump says FBI searched estate in major escalation of probe. Have you heard anything about this? Are you privy to?
I saw
any of this?
Article on my phone.
Yeah.
And I was going down through, and I just kept on going.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to deal with it.
After FBI agents entered and searched the residence.
The former president was not there. He was at Trump Tower here in New York at the time of the search. CBS 2's Elijah Westbrook is live outside Trump Tower. And Elijah, now we're hearing from the Trump family.
That's right, Natalie and Jessica. This morning, we are not only hearing from the former president himself, but now his son, Eric Trump, who they both believe that this is a political attack by Democrats to keep Trump from running again in 2024. The former president seen here leaving his New York City hotel while FBI agents conduct a search on his Mar-a-Lago estate. Is said to be part of an investigation into his handling of White House documents, a request made by the National Archives back in February. Officials were able to retrieve 15 boxes of records from Mar-a-Lago meant for preservation under federal law. The papers include some classified material brought to the residence after the Trump administration departed the White House. Last night, Trump's son, Eric, spoke out about the search.
This came from one place and one building, and that is the White House in Washington, D.C. They want to attack a guy who they view as his greatest threat, is Biden's greatest threat.
But constitutional law professor and CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson says investigators had to have strong enough evidence for them to get a warrant for the former president's home.
We've never had a private residence of a former president be searched by the FBI. What they need is probable cause that there was a federal crime that was committed and probable cause that the evidence of that crime is where they say it was, in this case at Mar-a-Lago.
A senior White House official tells CBS News the West Wing was given no advance notice of the search warrant.
What do you think about all this?
What do I think about it?
Yeah.
I think that I really like local politics much more.
Yes.
And, just as a side note, something that I've been contemplating doing and I've talked to Josh about, one of the things that we might consider doing is diving into some national politics.
I mean, you have to ask yourself, was all this really necessary? And how is this likely to play out legally? How is this likely to play out politically?
Yeah. So while the current president's son is doing cocaine in lines in the back room and paying off prostitutes, we're worried about a previous president. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't. If he was doing something wrong, then absolutely needs to be taken care of. You don't get away just because of your party affiliation, because of your position of power. You have to deal with the consequences.
Well, what kind of probable cause was needed?
Well, if he was, and I don't know, but if he was holding documents from the White House that he should not have been holding, then they have every right to grab those documents and to do that search. You can't just randomly take documents from the White House and think that you're going to be able to get away with that.
Yep.
But I don't know what the situation is. A lot of stuff that happens, I feel like everything is really politicized on a national level where we can't. There's nothing. Nothing's truth going on that level. If you get to that level, you just get the stank on you. Yeah. And for the most part. And I don't know. I don't trust our system for the most part when you get up that high, and that's the reason why I'm really focused on local level. It's far better. I know the people that are here. I can go to someone that I disagree with a lot, Teddy. I saw him this morning. I texted him and told him hello, and if I disagree with him, I can go and talk to him. You know what I can't do? I can't go and talk to Peter Welch.
Understand.
The Berry Pool's open, folks.
Yeah, Darlene was just asking, is the Berry Pool open for free swim? I believe so.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You can go to Berry City Community fan page. If it's on there, it might be there. If it's not,
or Stephanie,
Stephanie's page, the recreation page will also be there. And if you don't, you can always give her a call at City Hall. Yeah, and you can call City Hall anytime. It's like 47. Okay, Google, what's Berry City's phone number?
City Hall phone number is 802-476-0240.
0240.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah. 0240.
476-0240.
I just want to say yesterday, when I got the news that Olivia Newton-John had passed, I was just so blown away. 73 years old, passed away in Southern California at her ranch with family and friends close by. Her battle with breast cancer is certainly very well known, and she has undoubtedly saved countless lives with her message of preaching the importance of early detection. She was just far beyond an advocate for just taking care of yourself, eating well, and just general overall health, and again, early detection. She was just an amazing lady. I thought she was an incredible singer, and she was. And I talked about this openly with Sherilyn last night. She was my first crush, and it was a hard one. It was brutal. I had the poster thumbtacked to the ceiling above my bed, Michael. I watched Grease hundreds of thousands of times.
So, JD. So, JD, did you?
The leather.
JD, did you want to get physical? Physical?
Yes, I did. Before I even knew what getting physical was, I wanted to get physical.
That's too bad.
When I was 10,
Grease was amazing.
This was my face when I was watching when she You know, when she did herself up and she came out with the new hair, the curly hair and the leather.
I'm not that old.
I was like,
was that? So here's a real question. You're such a big fan. Can you name one other movie that she was in?
hang on, let me just.
No.
Just have a look at my stuff here.
Xanadu.
Oh,
wasn't
God,
she in
yes.
Xanadu?
Xanadu.
Good grief, man.
Do you remember Totally Hot, 1978? Do you remember that?
I wasn't born.
Okay. Really?
No,
Um,
not that old. You're older than I am.
she was. I
significantly.
thought her.
You've had a prostate exam and a colonoscopy.
To you. Do you remember Hopelessly Devoted to You?
Hopeless. Yeah, of course I remember that.
When she hit that high note. Oh,
That's so sad.
Lord.
She was great. I enjoyed her in Greece.
Today's National Book Lovers Day. Do you have a favorite book, Michael? Do you read?
I don't read. If you put me on the spot of my favorite, are we talking about fiction or nonfiction?
I don't care. I don't care.
So
Book.
I would have to say that my favorite fiction is I don't know.
All right.
I don't-
You don't know. Okay.
I would say that everybody should read the Bible.
Yeah. That's interesting that you say that.
Not a very good. What's the other than Greece and Xanadu?
Other than Greece and Xanadu?
I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to think of it, but I feel like there's another one out there.
Oh,
But I can't remember what it was.
God, I got
Winnie the Pooh?
I got
Was she in Winnie the
news.
Pooh?
They're multiplying.
And I'm losing control.
Oh, yeah, you're a good singer,
'Cause
but-
the power you're supplying, it's electrifying.
And then when she comes in, I got you. I'm okay.
Do you know the lyrics of that song?
I don't need to.
You know what?
Don't
That is
need
the
to.
most dirtiest song you will ever
Stop it.
sit there and read out loud.
Come on.
Look it up.
Seriously?
Look it up. It is one of the most dirtiest songs, and they have that people sing that in in school, but so it's Pussy wagon.
Oh.
Okay, and
Really?
he's talking on there, and he starts talking about chicks will cream. That's in that song. That is in that song.
All right. I will.
It's
Thank you.
really inappropriate. It's wildly
Wow.
inappropriate. In fact, that whole movie, if you were to go to that movie, he actually says fungu, which in Italian is the F word.
Okay.
And some reason
Yes.
I can say fungu in Italian, but
Right.
I can't say it. That makes no sense.
You're making Alice blush here.
I imagine. Hey, Alice.
She says her favorite book is Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
You know what my favorite book is? Of all time. And it is something that I have
Almost
tried.
made a really mean comment.
I have tried to read to Lily, and I cannot get through it without crying. Is The Giving Tree, Shel Silverstein. I mean, it's the most beautiful book I think I've ever read in my whole life, and my favorite by light years. Do you know what I'm? Of course, you know The Giving Tree.
I do not actually.
Alice, please help us. Please help Michael. Would
Have you ever read 1 Second After?
No.
It's a pretty good book. It's a it's a fiction that's based on a report. I think it was 1 second. It's either 1 minute or 1 second. Where it was about an EMP.
Okay.
And the EMP obviously shut down electricity, and then this town in, I think it was South Carolina, goes through what is just terrible horribleness. Without electricity, and it's just absolutely wretched. It's a great book.
All right.
But it's terrifying to think that that's what would happen in our community. I mean, you think about it. You know, without electricity, you know, supply lines shut down. People don't have access to their psychiatric medication, diabetes medication.
That's right.
People will die, and people will go crazy.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying. But yeah, that.
And
that's
here I
neither
am
here nor-
talking about a beautiful story
And
about
I'm
a
telling
you
about
know,
a terrible story. I'm sorry.
tree and love and everything. Whatever, Michael. Speaking of electricity, obviously you saw that Democrats delivered quite a
Why? Why are you going to do this?
dramatic win for Biden's effort to fight climate change on Sunday, passing a bill that will devote hundreds of billions of dollars. I'm going to say that again. Hundreds of billions of dollars. Hold on. To clean energy sources and speed the U.S. transition away from fossil fuels. Hundreds of billions. So that's not 1 billion. That's not 2 or 3 or 4 billion. That's hundreds of billions. At what point do we just say trillion?
So what
is hundreds of billions of dollars? I'm asking you. What is hundreds
more money
of billions?
than I will ever see.
Hundreds of billions?
So I'll say this, and and Heather's right. Trigger warning for me because I get really pissed off about this.
Hundreds of
We're
billions.
spending millions and billions and trillions of dollars on. Well, I don't know if we're spending.
Well, what is a
trillions, but
trillion? Is it 100 billion?
It's a
1 trillion is 100 billion.
correct.
Is that correct?
It's a no. 100 billion is 100 billion.
All right. What is a trillion?
100 billions is a trillion.
Okay. Are you sure about that?
100 trillion billions is a trillion. Yes.
Now you're starting to sound like Lily.
Yeah. So 100 billions is 100 billion.
Okay.
Okay. And 100 billions is a trillion.
All right.
But that said, what infuriates me about that bill, and I might be wrong on this, one is
it's the Inflation Reduction. It's the Inflation Reduction
It's not.
Act.
Even Bernie Sanders said
Michael?
that it doesn't even affect the inflation. So don't even give me that. But I'll say this. We're adding on IRS. Yay! More IRS agents.
Yes,
Woo!
I saw that yesterday.
Yes, isn't that exciting?
Yes.
We want you to know out there, folks, if you're watching, yes, they added more IRS. And I know how important it was to you to have more IRS agents out there. So important to you. So very important.
Yeah. Well, how much are they getting paid and who's paying their salaries?
Yeah, that's right.
Alice says this will make Michael's day. Driving in Burlington last week, I saw a Tesla delivering Domino's. Thank you, Alice.
That is awesome. Well, I will say so.
I like Alice.
She is amazing.
I like Alice.
She is the gem of Barry. So I will say this. I am supportive of EVs. What I'm not supportive is government saying that poor people have to buy them when they can't even afford milk.
Yeah.
And that is what pisses me off beyond all comprehension.
Governor Scott his whole SUV fleet is EVs now.
Good for him.
By the way, I've got the price tag here on the bill. $369 billion in climate and energy provisions that will transform how Americans get their energy and shape the country's climate industrial policy for decades. Energy right now up in America on average 41% right now.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe if we
And Michael's solar stocks are exploding.
Hey, you
right
know
now.
what? We gotta.
They're up 50% in
folks,
some areas, buddy.
You need to buy solar panels so we can absolutely help China with their war on Taiwan later on. So please do that. Please do that. It's really important. It's really important. We need to make sure that we assist China in their war on Taiwan. The country that is not a dictatorship, Taiwan, the one that provides us with the majority of our transistors.
Yeah.
Transistors.
Chris Massey with a beautiful comment here. EV will crash our power grids. Horse before cart. Idiots.
Hey, you know what? That's what they want. They want us on horseback.
But solar stocks right now, Michael. Seriously. they're up in some markets more than 50%, buddy.
You know, what's that?
Will we see a solar panel on the top of your ridiculously disgusting colored green Jeep?
That will cost you more than you ever know.
I'm sorry.
I have mojito green, and the green that I have is beautiful. It's mojito.
Anyway.
Yeah, no. I will when it becomes efficient, I will totally buy into EV stuff. I'm not there yet. It's and $7,000 to get me to buy an EV is not gonna. It's $7,000 does not equal 20.
Okay,
and it's $20,000 more for an EV. At least for a Jeep. Can we please talk about something that I wanted to talk about?
Yeah,
yesterday?
go please. Yeah. Oh yes, I know.
Can we talk about monkeypox?
Yeah, of course we're going to talk about
really
monkeypox.
Concerned about monkeypox.
Yeah, why not? Sure, let's do it. Of course.
I'm terribly frightened of monkeypox.
I think it was. I'll take the camera off you because you're drooling into your beard. I think it was Mark Levine, our health commissioner, who was saying, everybody just calm the hell down. We're fine. We've had one case here in Vermont.
National emergency, JD. Monkeypox. It's an emergency.
Michael, you got to be careful.
All right,
You don't
so let me
know.
just tell you.
You don't know.
I want to let people know monkeypox is a serious problem if you're rubbing up on people that you don't know and having promiscuous sex with people you don't know. Maybe, just hear me out. Don't rub up on people. Don't rub up on people, okay, that you don't know. Yeah. And maybe not go to like raves and have like orgies. Yeah. I mean, hey,
sure.
I'm just saying, live a life where you're kind of not doing that.
Sure.
And maybe you won't get monkeypox.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a possibility? Absolutely. Right there, you can get it by, a transmission, but it doesn't really happen that often. What's happening is people are rubbing up on each other.
Like I just did.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's not okay. Except for, you know what, JD?
It's not okay.
It's not okay. It's not okay. But guess what? The chances are very unlikely that you would have given me monkeypox with that. You know why?
Yeah.
Because you didn't have your shirt off, and I didn't have my shirt off. Okay? And I didn't have open wounds. So you see somebody with a couple open wounds on them.
Yeah.
Don't have sex with them, folks.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean,
don't rub up on them.
Right.
You don't have to treat them like the unclean, lepers. That's not what you do.
Yeah.
But maybe, just maybe, say no.
Yeah. Maybe say no. That's true. Just say no.
Just say no. Just say no.
Who started? Was that Nancy Reagan?
Yes.
Just say no.
It was Nancy Reagan. Which kind of gets you back to something that, because the fact is that at this moment in time, it is going like wild. Well, I shouldn't say wildfire, a fire. It's primarily focused in the LGBTQIA.
That's what I've read.
And I think when I looked at Wikipedia, I read somewhere it was like 98% of the infections right now. And the reason why is because nobody will say, hey, maybe you just need to like not right now and be a little less just back off just a little bit, right? And it's unfortunate, like I think it was San Francisco health department or something like that would not say, hey, don't have sex. Okay.
Right.
Don't have orgies at the backdoor. Is it backdoor thing? I can't remember what it was. It makes me think of the AIDS epidemic back in the 80s, where it started off within the LGBTQIA plus community, and then it transferred over into the straight community as well. And this is not they shut down the bathhouses in San Francisco eventually, but by then it had already gone. It was too late. So the point is that just don't rub up on people that you don't know, and
use some goddamn common sense too.
Yeah,
right.
It's really sad because not only is it it's affecting them, the LGBTQIA plus community, in that way, it's also having a negative effect on their they don't want that stigma.
Yeah.
Sure. They've already got enough problems. They don't need that as well.
Right.
And it's really sad. But so yeah, my advice, don't rub up on people.
What happened? What happened?
Even when there's no monkeypox, don't rub up on people.
What happened to you yesterday when I had this veterinarian on Aired Out? Yesterday we were.
Who was that, by the way? Somebody just walked in.
We have someone that's here for Justin, I believe. What happened to you yesterday that I had a veterinarian on the air?
Yeah.
And you were ready to throw a gasket.
Yeah, I was.
You were worked up about that.
I was a little worked up over that.
We were, if you missed it yesterday on Aired Out, and you can go back and watch it, we were talking about the growing trend across America right now where people are relinquishing their pets, most specifically their dogs, because of affordability and just frankly not being able to afford care and upkeep of having a pet, which can be very expensive.
Yeah,
I think most of us know that. Yeah, that's your. Hold on, that's your dog right there.
This is Vasco. Oh, sorry. Look at that. I should know better.
Vasco's awesome.
This is Vasco. V with a Victor.
Oh,
Vasco.
V. Yeah. Okay.
So he's my dog. He's a German Shepherd. He is really difficult. I'm not gonna lie. He's a very difficult dog to deal with. I had to go to Francisco. Whoa, that's not good.
What?
He's a trainer. Cervantes.
Oh yeah, Cervantes. Yeah.
Francisco Cervantes, and he had to give me some advice on how to deal with Vasco.
Had Cervantes.
Oh, did you?
On the podcast.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He did a fantastic job with Vasco and gave me the tools to work with him. One of the things that is really frustrating about animals and people getting animals, at the end of the day, you make a commitment to keep these animals.
Sure.
And yes, there are circumstances where you can't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that there are circumstances, but when I hear mass amounts of dogs going back, what I hear are people that are not willing to do the work.
Sure.
And that infuriates me because it's not the dog's fault that you're a junk person. And it's unfortunate because that dog is going to be traumatized by leaving your house.
Right.
And I'm not a, dogs are children kind of person.
I am.
I'm not. I'm definitely not. They're animals. They, that's my belief on that. But I also believe that you made a commitment.
Yeah.
And if you are, reneging on that commitment, you need to check yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you're telling me it's because you can't afford something,
right.
If I go into your house and find a pack of cigarettes, yeah, you can afford it because a pack of cigarettes is $7. If you're going to McDonald's twice a week and you can't afford a $50 bag of food once a month, that's not an affordability issue. Vasco he's a big dog. He eats 2 cups of food in the morning, 2 cups at night. And I buy $50, $60 food. Okay.
Yeah.
That is 4 Big Macs.
Yeah.
Big Mac meals.
Yeah.
Okay. I certainly don't need a Big Mac meal. All right. That you can make those decisions, and you should make the right decisions, which is you get a dog, you keep the dog.
Yeah.
And same thing with a cat, even though I hate cats.
Hate is a strong word.
Those things,
Mr. Michael.
Listen. So if anybody's listening that lives in my neighborhood right now, we have 4 cats, 5 cats, maybe 6 cats that chum around our properties. And they get into my garage, they back up against the wall, and they go when they tinkle all over the place and make it smell bad.
Yeah.
I can't leave my Jeep top off because they jump into the seats and they get it all hairy, and then they back up against that and go and they tinkle in the back, and so I smell cat pee in my Jeep, so I can't do that, and that's really frustrating. They jump on the hoods of the car and leave their nasty little footprints there. It's all good, but that's okay. Bosco likes to chase them.
I was never a fan of cats either. Actually had a big problem with cats.
Cats inside homes, wonderful.
Really?
Yeah. You want to have a cat inside? Fine.
Now I have 2 cats that Lily loves so much, possibly more than me. And they have become part of our family, and Lily just adores them. It's Felix and Melvin. Felix is slightly overweight, obese, and he's my guy, and I can treat him like a dog. I can flip him upside down, I'll hold him, cuddle him, kiss him.
Is it because he's like a dog, or because he can't move because he's morbidly obese?
More of morbidly obese and can't fight back. Just is submissive to me. And then there's Melvin, who is the Maine Coon cat, the big orange tabby killer, master of the jungle, ruler of the universe, hunter, attacker, killer, survivor, who brings squirrels to us all the time, and always very carefully removes their heads and tails when he drops off the torso at the door, just as a way of saying, "Look what I've done." So anyway.
Is that your way of telling me that you're gonna rip the head off of my squirrel?
I'm saying you don't know. I have ideas for getting you back on your balloon trick, but they're ideas and nothing more. So please don't concern yourself with that.
Not overly excited with you stealing Nutters. You should have just left them here.
There's so much more to be said about Nutters. But anyway, I think, getting back to your point, I think that there are some circumstance. I think that there are people that legitimately cannot afford to keep an animal, especially if they are elderly and on a fixed income and having a really tough time. And I think that at some point, those folks might need to make a better or best option that is for the sake of the animal. What's in the best interest of the animal at the end of the day? Is it a family? And we were talking about this yesterday on the podcast. Is it a family member? Is it a friend? Is it a neighbor who might be able to provide some respite for that animal for whatever, 6 months or whatever, until you can financially get some traction and get into a better position to have your pet back? Or do you take a responsible route and find someone or an agency, a humane society or whatever, that can responsibly and properly rehome this animal into a better situation? It's sad.
Willing to bet you that if you were to, in those circumstances that are legit, and I'm talking legit,
right?
I'm willing to bet you people would donate to that. I would.
Yeah.
if it was a legit case.
Right, sure.
But if you're saying that, well, I can't afford this because, I've got to pay my $150 cable bill. Sorry, that's not a legit reason.
Yeah, right. I'm with you.
Pet your cat to entertain your time.
Sure. I'm seeing world news here. Ukraine wants the West to ban all Russian travelers. That's one of the headlines.
Does that mean we're going to ban the travel of the Tawana?
I don't know.
Brianna Twandry or whatever. What's her name?
I don't know.
What's her name?
I don't know.
What's the lady that was smoking pot over in Russia?
Oh,
hey, here's a good
Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
Tawanda.
What was I thinking?
I don't know what the hell you were thinking. How am I supposed to know? Gas prices continue to fall today, Michael. AAA says the national average for a gallon of regular fell another 2 cents down to $4.03. So that's good news.
Can we back up on that? Just talk about, let's just be honest. If you go to a country that it's illegal to smoke marijuana, don't go.
Don't go.
Yeah, I'm not overly excited about, transferring, the butcher of the butcher of whatever for someone that was oh my God. But granted, obviously Russia's doing it as a nasty thing. Quite frankly, my thought would be, as a foreign policy person, I would say, hey, Russia, it's within your best interest to give us back our person. Although I saw somewhere, I think it was the Babylon Bee, and it said for smoking pot, she was awarded with 9 years of not hearing the national anthem.
Oh my God.
So bad.
Wow.
Listen, American citizen deserves. If you're an American citizen, even if you don't like our country,
right?
You still, I still think that our government should fight for you. That's my opinion. But
I think
she was awarded.
Listen, I think if you're an American citizen,
it's kind of funny. But it's not funny.
If you're an American citizen, you need to, if you're traveling to another country, you need to really pull your head out of your ass and find out what's legal and what's illegal in that country. You don't just try to sneak on your THC oil.
Yep.
Dumbass.
Did you know in Singapore you're not allowed to spit or chew gum?
Well, then read up on that before you go to Singapore. Read up on that.
I get it.
Leave the gum at home.
I know. I think it might be you might not be able to spit out your gum.
Okay.
Which is some sort of federal where you get like whacked or something like that.
Right.
I don't know. Not a good thing. Let's trade pen teacher and our Marine for someone of equal value.
Yeah.
As we should have years ago. I
Love,
would agree with that.
Heather.
I would agree. I would absolutely agree. Equal value is...
But not trade a basketball player for a terrorist because she intentionally broke their law.
Yeah. There are consequences.
That's it right there.
Granted, the average, when you get caught with marijuana over there, the average is like 5 years, and she got 9 years. Obviously, it was a political thing. I get that. 100% get it. And should the government do grace? Probably. If somebody, let's say somebody from England came over here, and what's one of our crazy laws? Think of a crazy law or just a law, and they broke it.
Right.
Would you feel comfortable saying, oh, well, you are another country, we're just going to let you go?
Right.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, no.
You make a mistake. Sometimes there's a penalty to it. Here's the answer. The United States is huge.
Sure.
Right? I'm sure you haven't visited at all. Although she wasn't visiting over there. She was going for whatever WNBA. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, a lot of people watch that, right? Yeah. You watch that, JD?
No,
You watch that?
I don't.
A
Some
lot
do.
of people watch it.
Some
Similar
do.
to the soccer league, the women's soccer league. Everybody watches that. National.
Music news: Birmingham, England last night. Ozzy Osbourne showed up at the Commonwealth Games closing ceremony with Black Sabbath and performed for the first time in years. You know, up there battling Parkinson's and all of the other drugs that he's taken over the how many decades.
Now I feel bad.
And now he's performing, buddy.
I was
With Black Sabbath.
I was
Sharon!
now I feel bad if he has Parkinson's and I'm making,
No,
a joke
because
about
he was
his
like that long before
speeching.
Parkinson's.
Yeah, the speech. It's true. It's true.
So, listen.
That's pretty good, though. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, how old is he? Good grief.
I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He's up there.
That's putting values on people's lives instead of considering everyone equal. Yeah, that's a very valid point, Tamfar.
Also known as Tammy. Ozzy's 73. He's 73.
Wow, he's younger than my mom. She doesn't sound like that.
Listen, before you go back up to
you're
polls,
making us get off?
I want to drop
Kicking me out?
I want to drop a big announcement. Nelson's Ace Hardware, which is right behind you, buddy.
Oh, right over here.
They're straight. I mean, you couldn't shoot an arrow and be straighter. Right there.
Right there.
Is now officially a presenting sponsor of the Air
All
Out
right.
We
Good job.
We got over. We were talking with Bob, and do you know that they've been in business for 39 years.
That doesn't surprise
39.
me. I'll tell you. So I do the Christmas for Kids thing.
Yeah.
And I remember one year going down there, and Bob hooked me right up with buckets and everything else.
Sure. Yeah.
The man is amazing.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Is.
I love Bob. I think he's great.
The
The only problem with him is that he leaves at 1:00. He leaves at 1:00, I think, on Saturdays.
Oh yeah. Well, he's got a life, Michael.
I know. I go down there. I'm like, is Bob here? And they're like, no, he left at 1:00.
Yeah, but yeah,
what? He gets up at like 5:00 and is in that store at 5:00.
Yeah.
No. No, I do love Bob. He's
Bob
a great
was
guy.
telling me yesterday the whole story about Annette and how she came to be part of the team there, and it was amazing.
Was he on the podcast?
He has been on, but we were talking about music. We were, we were talking about native tongue. But they are having a huge event Friday and Saturday. This is their grand reopening, August 12th through the 14th. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday they've got a Milwaukee demo going over there. They have a rep from Milwaukee that will be there. They'll be doing lots of giveaways. That's from 11 to 2 for the Milwaukee demo. You can stop by, win some great stuff. And, of course, they're slashing the prices on some of the Milwaukee tools. So that's going to be cool. And then on Saturday, they're going to do a Traeger grill demo and giveaway. And Annette, she may or may not be making a smoked cream cheese dish with one of the Traeger grills. I know. That's what I was saying. I was like, what now? Say, where am I?
What are you talking about?
So not only are they slashing prices on the Traeger grills, the Pro 575, which is literally right off of your right shoulder, Michael, is one of the grills that they'll be slashing prices on and doing demos with. But stop in and enter to win. Enter to win. 39% off. Any one regular priced item under $30. That's exclusive for Saturday only. So we say Ace is the place. By God, it is. It is.
Here's something to think about when people are thinking about purchasing stuff. One of the things is when you purchase, let's say you go to Walmart and you purchase something that you can get down at Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
That money goes to Birmingham.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So you come down here and you buy from Bob and Nelson True Value.
Yeah.
That money goes to somebody in Barrie.
Yes, it does.
And it goes to people in Barrie.
Yeah.
It goes to support our tax base in Barrie.
Yeah.
It's all in Barrie.
Yeah.
And, people don't really make that connection. It's hard to make that connection sometimes, but you really need to make that connection.
Sure.
They're really good.
Yeah.
I go down there. One thing that you will never get anywhere else for, a big box store is somebody that will come up to you and actually mean it when they say, "Can I help you?"
Immediately.
Yeah, immediately. Because if you go to Walmart, it's like, "Hello."
You could
Hello.
You could cut your arm off and bleed all over the aisle, and nobody would notice.
Nobody would know.
I know.
But you walk in here, and even if you know what you're after,
yeah,
they're like, "Can I help you?"
Yes.
Can I help you? And like you go from one aisle to the other, and it's not like, "Can I help you?" Yeah, I need this, and this. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
know.
It's
I know
hey,
that.
Actually, this is where this kind of thing would be.
Right.
Let me also get the other guy there? Well, he retired now, right?
Mr. B.
Yeah,
Richard
get
Batchelder.
him over there to.
Well, there's Andy and Clay. I mean, those guys are unbelievable. All of them.
Yeah.
Every single one.
And they know.
And they're trained that way, though. Well, Bob.
Yeah.
But listen,
that makes sense.
If you're going to work for Bob, you have to be like that.
Yeah. And no. Yeah, absolutely. I will say that when I went down there, I was going to do a plumbing project, which I never finished. I never did. But when I went down there, the guy was like, "This is what you need. This, and this, and this." I had it all ready to go.
Yeah.
Never did the project, but at least I was ready to do it, and I ended up having somebody else do it for me.
I have walked into Nelson's with a broken part, and I can't even speak. I'm like, I don't know. Well, what do you need? I don't know. I have this part. Well, what is the part from? I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know anything. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm here. Do I need something? Oh, that looks like a XYZ ABC. Come right over here. We'll fix you right up. We'll show you what's going on.
Have you seen their Yeti?
The Yetis.
Their Yeti thing?
Who's got a bigger Yeti collection? No one.
I have to check. I don't know if he has a Yeti chair.
Yes, he does.
Does he have a Yeti chair?
Yes, he does.
Are you
Yes.
positive?
No.
Yeah. I'm
saying yes, he does, because if he's listening right now, if Bob and he doesn't have a Yeti chair, he'll have it tomorrow.
This is true. Those Yeti chairs are pretty expensive. They're like $300.
The other thing, I've also gone in there and I've needed something, and they're like, "Yeah, it's out of stock or whatever."
Yep.
Got it the next day.
Yeah.
It's in my hand the next day, Michael.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I get my dog food there.
Yeah. Do you?
Because he has the Taste of the Wild.
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's good food.
Yep.
You know what I love is the fact
makes my dog not gassy.
The fact that you.
Not gonna lie.
I love the fact that you walk into Nelson's, and I know we're giving them a huge plug here this morning, but by God, they're new presenting sponsors. We have to. Everybody in there is decked out like a Secret Service agent. They all got the earpiece in the ear. Everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys have zippity-doo.a? Hold on a second. Yeah, Bill, do we have zippity-doo.a? Yeah, tell me exactly where that is. Yep.
That'll be over on aisle 5, and you can go on over there. It's on the third shelf from the right.
You got to put the finger in the ear, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we
got the,
aisle 5.
Yeah, we
it's
got
in
the
third shelf down.
Do we have mouse traps or
that would
or rat
be
traps?
aisle 6, and
Yeah,
that's
we got it.
right on the
There's
bottom
no
shelf
aisle
right
numbers.
there.
There's no aisle numbers.
That's
There's no
true.
aisle numbers,
But
Michael.
they may have it. They may have it memorized in their mind.
They're
they know.
all connected. They all communicate with the earpiece. Everybody's like, whoosh, bang.
It's like a hive mind.
You have an answer in a matter of seconds. I need those earpieces in my house.
You do?
So when Sherilyn's in the living room,
Yes. Can I get a cup of tea, please? A cup of tea over.
And Sherilyn's like, well, I do believe that you shall not be getting a tea from me. You can go get it yourself.
I believe the washing machine alarm just went off. I think the clothes are done. Over.
Again, you can go get it yourself.
Babe, can you get me a beer out of the fridge? Over.
No.
Anyway,
I can't do a British accent, apparently.
No.
It's
No.
not working.
It's not very good. It's a sporty.
It's a sporty. And you can go over there and get it yourself, you filthy little bugger.
Wanker.
Wanker. You in your trousers that you try to take off all the time.
Anyway, I got to get Bob over here, and I'm going to run over there on Friday and be part of the Milwaukee demo and giveaway, and that's from 11 till 2. It's going to be a good time. And this new push out where they went into Pool World.
Yeah.
My God, have you been in there? Have you seen?
Oh yeah,
it's
seen
like
it.
I want to sit down on the patio furniture. I don't want to leave.
Do you want a smoker? Oh, man, I'm hungry now.
I've always wanted a smoker. You know, these grills, they're not $150 grills, but they last forever. Number one. Number two, think of it this way: between the months of March, April, until October, November, you're never going to use your oven in your kitchen. You're going to be using this for everything. Oh, by the way, Bob's going to be doing a mac and cheese. I think it's going to be a smoked mac and cheese. Yes, I know.
When?
On Saturday.
Saturday, 2 p.m.?
11 till 2. Oh my right behind you. A smoked mac. Oh, my God, please.
Mac and cheese. Who else
And I'm
you got
like,
for sponsors over
but
there?
when you think of a grill, do you think of mac and cheese?
Yes.
No. I say no.
Yes.
I say no.
Yes. So if you come on Thursday night to Food Trucks in the Park,
Oh, my God.
they have Mose there who
Yeah.
does an amazing job.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
And if they have rain out, it's up at the BOR, which
Yes.
is where you can vote today from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yes. One more plug on that. Yeah, hold up your little badge there so we
and
can see.
you'll be able to see me in my Yeti chair sitting next to Carol Dawes in her Yeti chair.
Yeah. Now, what's Carol's demeanor? What's her face like on voting day? When local voting day? Is she like?
It is business. It is business. No,
Is it
she's
like
not
this?
that. No, she's business on.
Can you joke around with her? Can you loosen her up a little bit, or is
Yeah,
she?
you can.
You can.
But when so the thing that I've learned with Carol is that there are times where you cannot mess with her.
Yeah.
Because she has to be completely focused. We're
Sure.
talking about integrity of elections.
Yeah.
And she takes that stuff really seriously.
Yeah.
It's really important to her, and it should be.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot. There's certain time, like for example, before I left, there was somebody that I didn't know what ID verify meant for, because my understanding with Vermont law is you don't have to get your ID checked to go into the place. So I went to Carol, and she was doing something, and it was like, hey! Oh, I just made that real loud. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. That was not very nice. Sorry that I'm boring you, JD. Hey, speaking of boring, maybe do you want to do a crossover?
What's a crossover? Is that like a maneuver that we do in podcasting?
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
So with Restream, you could add my 2 Facebook pages on there.
Oh, no, that's too complicated. No way. No, I don't. Yeah.
It's not that hard.
No, I'm not going to do it. Yeah. I am going to go over and to Nelson's and sign up to win the Weber Spirit E310, where you can sign up all 3 days. This is a $639 grill. I am going to do that. But if you want to come in here and clickety-click and play around with your stupid gaming stuff here on the Streamlabs and whatever the hell it's called, Restream, you go right ahead. I'm going to go over and win a damn grill. Nelson's.
You don't want to help push our democracy forward? You don't care about our democracy?
Where do we get the results tonight? Will the Barry Beat, please tell me yes, will the Barry Beat be live at some point tonight? Please, Michael, don't do
Apparently now, yes.
No. Thank you.
So I will obviously have to be live for
you.
tonight.
Thank you.
I'll try my
Who
best.
else is going to be live talking about politics? Froggy?
That's true. I'm helping out Carol, so I may not be able to be live, but I usually post the results on the Berry City Community fan page.
All right.
So that should happen, and I will try to. I'll try to go live.
All right.
I can't.
No. Don't say try.
It's hard because
you're
I
either
can't.
going live or you're not.
Well, if I do go live, it will be on the Berry City Community fan page.
Okay.
Because yeah.
Okay.
So here's a question for the viewers
Please.
that may or may not watch the Berry Beat. You should.
Please.
We're not nearly as like jovial as we are here in the studio with you. But we try to be informative. And the question is should we do national politics?
I think that's a great question. You should ask your listeners.
One of the things that we can do with Restream
Not
is
mine.
you can stop restreaming on one of the platforms.
Yes.
So if you wanted to cut Heather off,
Right, that would
you
be
could-
that button.
Yeah, don't push it.
I'm
Don't
not
push
going to,
it.
but that would be that button,
It would
right?
be that button, and then you would stop streaming to YouTube, and then Heather wouldn't be able to watch it.
And then I could make up stuff about Heather, and she
That
wouldn't
is
know.
correct. She wouldn't know because
Okay.
she's in Facebook jail.
Good. She's having a huge pool party over at her house, by the way.
Oh, really?
The whole city is invited.
Really?
Oh, yeah, city council, everyone. I'll give you the date and time and everything. We'll have that broadcast.
That-
Huge pool
I don't
party.
know if she really wants you over there when you have leakage issues.
Let's see. What else do we have? I'm just looking at the sports here. Do you like
Not gonna
sports?
Comment, you're not going to comment about the leakage issue?
No, I'm not. No, not going there.
See how that is.
Do you watch the Red Sox? Do you care about the Yankees? Do you watch any of that? Yankees beat the Mariners 9-4 last night. Do you follow these things?
I do not.
Okay.
I do like, the one thing I like about the Red Sox is Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good.
So good. Atlanta Braves and the Boston Red Sox tonight at 7:10. By the way, interleague action. So, all right.
No city council for the next 3 weeks, but there is a school board meeting this Thursday.
Okay.
They're going to be interviewing the folks that have applied for the school board position that
Yes.
Renee Badeau recently stepped down from.
Okay.
She graduated in 1998, the best year.
Okay.
She actually graduated with me, and she stepped down from the school board.
Oh yeah.
And a Barrytown representative is going to fill. I know that there's been a couple people that have expressed interest, and we shall see.
All right.
But I would highly recommend going to see the interviews, and yeah, let your thoughts be known. Not going to make a comment about the newspaper article from 2 weeks ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Very tempted.
All right. Okay.
But
Tammy wants to know if the aired out hats are for sale. These right here.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course they are.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll save one for you.
So isn't the Barry Beat hat? Are the Barry Beats hats for sale? They sure are.
Oh.
They sure
I thought
are.
she was saying, are the aired out hats?
You can get a Barry Beat hat by coming on down. Oh, he's flipping me off. You can get a Barry Beat hat by coming down here and purchasing one from the Aired Out Studios, or if you want, you can reach out to Raylene.
Yes.
And she will totally hook you up.
Yes, she will. Yes, she will. All right. Good luck today.
Yes.
We were just talking about mac and cheese, and I just wanted to ask you, have you been over to the Cornerstone and had their mac and cheese over there? It is just...
Oh, yeah. I've had their mac and cheese.
Oh, my God.
I do like the Cornerstone.
It's incredible.
It's scrumdiddly-umptious.
It is. It is. They have a great kids menu that Lily loves too. They're one of our presenting sponsors, and my God, we love them. They're non-alcoholic specialty drinks. Try the cranberry, Barre, cranberry ginger drink. It is absolutely incredible. Find them on Facebook at Cornerstone PK. That stands for Pub and Kitchen, in case you didn't know, Michael. And they'll do. You can call ahead. You can order a pickup 476-2121. They'll have it ready for you. But it is a fantastic restaurant. We're so lucky to have them right here in Barrie. Great mac and cheese. I wanted to also ask you before we wrap up: are you planning on going to the Battle in Barrie 8 up at the Barrie Auditorium September 10th?
To fight?
To be a spectator.
So I'm not going to lie to you. That kind
put back a couple of beers and get crazy.
Again, I'm a teetotaler.
All right.
I don't do much. It doesn't appeal to me.
All right.
The idea of it just doesn't appeal to me. But hey, you know what,
Michael? You have to find your primal instincts up there, bud. Jump up and down. Spill a beer on yourself. Get a beer caught up in the beard.
I'm watching the showdown today.
Okay.
And the showdown today, if you want to watch it, it's from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the BOR.
All right.
To vote for our next.
Get yourself up there and vote.
Yeah. I will say, can I give a plug for Christina Nolan? I mean, she's just really fantastic. Just saying. That's just my personal opinion. I think she's pretty cool. There's a couple cool people up there.
Thank you for coming in, Michael.
Hey, no, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We love you, pal.
Who else is on your spread? Look at that. You've got ASB Financial, FGB Theaters. They have wonderful popcorn. You can go in there and just eat the popcorn.
Made with Cabot butter.
Yes, it is. And then Preston's Kia. You got Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce. You've got Salvador and Babbitt. If you had, speaking about IRS agents, a bunch of them, you certainly are going to want them to be there for you, fighting for you.
Green Mountain Auto Spa has just been added to the list along with Nelson's Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got
Green Mountain Mulch. Yeah, it's a good
Emsley's
list.
Florist and Gifts, Fecto Homes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, if you want, now is the time to get a home, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, it's actually not the time to get you've got to get a home, and Fecto Homes will actually build one for you.
Yep.
Wright Electric, who fixed your light the other day.
Yes, they did.
And
you like that?
I'm just looking up here. And, yeah, I do, because it was burning my fingers every single time I touch it. Vermont Custom Woodworking. Now that's the
that's Eric Miller, who made this.
Oh, okay.
Who made this desk right here?
Okay. Yep.
This amazing desk.
It is very, very sturdy.
Barslow Construction, Donnybrook Fight Promotions. Let's see. Giroux General Transport, Granite City MMA, Cornerstone Restaurant. We just mentioned Gothier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance. Fecto Homes, Emsley's. Yeah, we got a good list.
All of those are great sponsors.
Thank you, Michael, for coming in today and having some fun.
Hey, not a problem.
We'll be watching. Barrie Beat will go live. What time?
Well, I don't know if we'll go live tonight. Like I said, I'm helping out Carol, but I'll try sometime maybe after 7.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, buddy.
Sure.
Be well today. No
You
kicking,
too.
no kicking, biting, scratching, punching, throwing. Be respectful up at the polls.
I don't bite. You know, that's what's that boxer's name? Come on now. What's the boxer's name?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, yeah.
Evander Holyfield.
Yeah. Biting the ear off.
Another rabbit hole, bud.
Have you seen that Neil Patrick Harris Tony Awards, the Tony Awards opening? It was like 2013.
Yeah.
Bigger, going bigger. And they had Mike Tyson in there.
Huh.
Highly recommend you take a look at it. It's funny.
Alrighty then. Thanks, buddy.